to just start our next stream, but it looks like there's been a terrible murder here in York's Towers. But don't worry, fortunately I, Detective Lydia, I'm here to solve the crime, and I've sealed the building. This is Aislinn. She was going to be joining us to play the shape-shifting detective on this stream, but I'm afraid we're going to have to do something different in the wake of this terrible tragedy.
Oh, that's exciting. Wait, no, hang on. If you sealed the building, doesn't that mean that the killer's still in here somewhere?
Yes, absolutely. The culprit is definitely still on this premises, but I've checked the cameras on the outside and no one has left this building. Although, several people have tried to. Yes, someone tried to trigger the fire escape and 4 people tried to leave via the main exit. But I quickly prevented this and they're all waiting outside.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on here then? My name is Hugh Dunnett. I am a retired police officer at your service, Miss Ellery.
I work here. I basically run the place these days. I do all the art. I come up with all the poggest ideas for merch and videos. I fill in for Lewis when he's too lazy. Lol. Busy to be bothered with anything, Kappa. Smiley face.
I'm a fashion model and my family runs the Morena fashion brand. Oh. I'm here to return some documents for Lewis that he asked me to sign.
You know who I am, I'm Lars. I'm from Scotland. I'm a part-time window cleaner, kicking for work in the Glasgow area. And I'm also a part-time streamer over on twitch.tv/Ravs_. I've been in the Yogscast since the start, but nobody bloody seems to know me!
I'm from YouTube to help with realigning everyone into the new ecosystem. As you know, we're slaves to the algorithm. It controls every aspect of your viewing experience in YouTube and brings you the best content directly into your eyes.
Howdy, Lydia. I'm Ted. You might know me as P-Flex. I'm 55 years old and a miserable stay-at-home dad. I play far too much dope. That's right, I'm here recording the audio book for Bodega. I'm in character as Bodega right now. I can't leave character or else it's gonna break my flow.
I am Dr. Simone Clark, a health guru.
I said that, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Very important though. Think it's very important that all your lovely viewers know that I am, in fact, a doctor.
Okay.
I'm a health guru and trainer helping out with fitness in the office. Can't believe Lewis is dead. Such a tragedy. The thing is, I'm a popular streamer on twitch.tv/booth with knee. The Yogscast are a bit short-staffed and unfunny, so I've given up a whole week of my time to come down here and ensure the Jingle Jam 2019 is the best one yet.
Well, I'm Lewis's butler, but you can just call me Butler. I come from a long family of butlers. I undertake menial tasks that are below Mr. Jobs, such as warming up his car seat for him, watering his plants, dusting his models.
Where were you when the murder happened, and do you have anyone that can give you an alibi?
Well, miss, I was actually checking the security around the fire escape. As I mentioned before, the door is a bit loose. I didn't see anyone trying to escape that way. I'm actually the one who triggered the fire escape, as I wanted to ensure it was secure.
Apparently, I was just outside making a cup of coffee on your lovely coffee machine in the kitchen. I was on my own in the kitchen at the time, and I heard a kerfuffle, but I didn't realise anything was amiss.
Okay. All right, and were you with anyone whilst you were making your coffee, or were you alone?
No, massive loner.
All right, very lonely / no friends.
Monkey S.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what that means.
Monkeys. I was actually in the main office and I was there when this happened, but I was actually underneath my desk. My PC's a Papega. It keeps breaking all the time. I have to unplug and replug everything, so I was actually down there the whole time. I didn't see anything at all, Monkeys.
Well, I was actually exercising with a VR headset in the VR room. I was completely lost to the world, so I don't know if anyone saw me. I was watching YouTube in room 3. The algorithm showed me a particularly interesting video with some cats playing with 10,000 Orbeez in a pool built by a man out of clay bricks made from primitive technology. Jesus Christ, that's a long sentence.
It's very badly written. Okay.
Right. I must have been in the lift when it happened. I was coming upstairs and suddenly I heard shouting. I can't believe this has happened. Honestly, just a tragedy. It's a little bit awkward, actually. But at that exact moment, I was in the bathroom, you see, this southern food don't sit well with my northern stomach.
Oh, right.
It's not battered enough for me, you see. I can only eat things that are boiled to death or served in a pie crust, and don't get me started on all these bloody vegetables.
I was actually playing a game of Dota. In room 3, Spirit Breaker Turbo Mode. We had double racks down by 15 minutes and we were just destroying them, let me tell you. We were doing a great job. I was really angry when I heard Lewis was killed because I had to abandon, which dropped me down an MMR bracket, and now I have to wait hours in Lever's queue, which is a real shit bucket.
I will. It's to be a wee bit awkward. But at that exact moment, I was in the bog. You see, this Sassenach fell doesn't sit well with Miss Scott's Tommy.
So loud.
Isn't it?
There was this terrible racket coming from the gents, and I could hear it all the way from the ladies, and it was really ungentlemanly.
Okay.
It was also, though, in the stall next to me, someone was really squeezing out a Whopper, with extra fries and the entire meal deal. If you know what I mean.
I was actually looking for some of his things in room 5, which is mostly used for storage these days.
What were you looking for exactly?
I was looking for a Sharpie.
A Sharpie. I'm guessing if you're playing a game of Dota, you've got people that can clarify this. They can give you an alibi. They were playing the game with you. If I was to ask these Sex Slayer 69 and the other people you were playing with?
Yeah, well, I don't know any of them personally. I mean, maybe we can go to Russia and ask. They were anonymous, people on the internet. You know what it's like.
Okay, but if I was to look at the computer in room 3, it would say Dota 2 was played today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. Room 3 seems quite popular.
I can assure you, I'm confident the killer is still in the building, and so it is up to us to work together, miss, and find from one of these 9 suspects who the killer is.
Did you know Lewis at all?
Oh yeah, I've known Lewis for a while, but I tried talking to him. Whenever I go near him, he gets really sweaty and awkward and he can't speak properly. I think it's because I'm always covered in cat hair and he's allergic to cats, so his lips swell up. That must be it. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Yogscast. Can't get the name right, but a huge fucking fan. Yeah, it's not very common knowledge, but we'd actually been married for 12 years. We met after university when my best friend was killed. He was a vegan, like me. He wanted to comfort me, and I can't believe he's dead now too.
We're mates for way back. He's a right arsehole, and I hated his guts, to be perfectly frank with you. He put on this terrible Scots impression whenever he met me. Get right on my nerves, it did.
Oh, yeah, we go way back. He started the Yogscast out of my mom's garage, Back then, it was just big ideas and dreams,
Oh, well, I was working for him.
Okay, and did you talk to him much working for him? Or?
Never had to speak to him, miss. He was a very busy man. It was all done through his intermediaries, like De'ath.
Would anyone have a reason to kill Lewis, do you think?
Drawing on my years of experience, I understand that Lewis has a personal butler. And if I know anything from my years pounding the streets, it's that the butler usually did it. Yeah. So when I saw him, he was looking very dishevelled and sweaty, the butler. Completely unlike his normal smart self. He's normally very put together, but today, very sweaty.
You're looking awfully sweaty today.
Well,
dishevelled, some might say. Are you feeling warm, Butler?
Well, I may have got a little chill.
Butler was sweaty and dishevelled, but usually he's quite well put together.
Oh, yes.
Could he not just be distraught that his master's been murdered?
Well, I don't think anyone's distraught about that, Liz.
Honestly, I could have killed him.
You could have killed him.
Oh yeah, we've got this shared Yogscast WhatsApp group, and earlier today there was a guy in there called Pyrian Flax. I can read you the text message if you like.
I'd love to, yes,
Yeah?
please do.
Luckily I've written it down in this book rather than having to get my phone out. If that C word ever tries to go mid-storm spirit again to complete his effing all-hero challenge, well, actually, he writes some pretty mean things here, and he looks like he really hates this guy. I don't know, maybe he just snapped or something.
I didn't, but I could have.
Okay.
The walls he installed between the recording rooms in this place are so thin. He's just such a cheapskate.
Would you say you made quite a lot of noise when you were looking for the Sharpie?
Oh, I guess may have done.
Just before the murder, I was in room 6, trying to up my MMR, trying to make Crusader 2, and I heard a terrible racket coming from room 5.
Banging, crashing, that kind of thing as you were trying to find something?
Sure.
So much banging, it kept going on and on. Anyway, eventually I moved to room 3, which was empty, across the way, and finished my game.
I did meet a lovely woman outside called Booth earlier, and she told me she needed to bring her 6 cats into the office and let them loose because they were getting a bit lonely at home. Everyone else seemed quite cool with it, but Lewis said he was allergic, so it wasn't possible, and she looked pissed off.
Right. How did that make you feel?
Well, obviously gutted, because they are my babies, but you know, apart from that, no particular way, according to this.
I think I've been a bit of a pagan, miss, actually, because I think I did see the killer, miss. When I was standing up from being under the desk, I guess he or she didn't know I was there, miss. They thought the office was empty. I saw there was a figure legging it up the stairs, miss, in a red jacket. Smiley face.
Red jacket.
So, yeah, I printed off I'm quite good with computers, miss, so I printed off a floor plan of the office for you, miss.
Oh my God, okay.
And I've marked on it where the murder took place, miss. This might help you, because I didn't do it, and I want you to find out who did. But also, miss, I found the jacket of the killer being dumped round the corner, miss. When I was coming round, the detective was disgraced. I saw it on the floor. I recognised it as the red jacket, and so it's there, miss. I can get someone to bring it in for you if you want, and you can have a rummage.
Barry, that would be lovely.
Oh, thanks, miss.
Thank you,
Oh,
son,
thanks, miss.
sweet lad. Can I
Smiley
see
face.
that?
Pogchamp, poggers.
Thank you very
Poggers.
much.
Oh, sorry, before I go, the policeman asked me to take some fingerprints from the knife, and I have done. I don't know how helpful it will be, but
I'd love, yes, please, thank you. Okay, there we go. So interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah. Okay. So that's everyone's fingerprints, and then this is the fingerprints of the killer? Do you know a reason why anyone would want to see him dead?
well, you know, have you met Lewis's wife, Anna? On the surface, she seems lovely, but I've seen them in private, yelling and fighting. You know, she does seem like the jealous type. It's usually the wife that did it, isn't it? Crime of passion and all that.
Right, so, okay, it's got a lot more complicated now. So Anna and Lewis did not have a good relationship like she says. They were fighting, and for just your health guru to see that means that they weren't hiding it from people. I'm assuming that a lot of people saw these arguments, so that's interesting. Do you know security cameras in the building? Do you know any of them? You work here. Do you have any?
Yes, actually, now you mention it, there is actually. How did you know this?
I'm just asking a question, if there's any security cameras.
There is actually a security camera.
Right.
In the coffee machine, I remember now.
In the coffee machine?
Yeah, because Lewis was really stingy about people not drinking too much coffee, and he wanted to take pictures of people whenever they made a coffee.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I think he was trying to save money.
Okay.
Anyway, I could look at it if you want to check if it was used at the exact moment Lewis was killed.
Yeah, would you be able to check? Actually, I do believe Aislinn said that she was making a cup of coffee when Lewis was murdered.
Yes, big coffee fan.
Right. I noticed from the map of the office that the kitchen has a perfect view of the murder location. Did you see anything whilst you were making your coffee?
No, I was not beyond what I told you. I was just trying to make a cappuccino.
Look, it's Aislinn's face, Poggers. Can you see?
What?
Can you see her face there?
So she was there?
She was definitely getting coffee when the murder happened.
Wow. Okay, well, it couldn't have been Aislinn then. Did you see Barry? But did you see him trying to fix his computer?
Oh, is Barry the one with the long black hair? Quite cute.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, well, after the kerfuffle, I saw him emerge from under his desk and look around. I don't know if his PC was broken, but he definitely didn't have a chance to murder anyone.
Right, okay, that's actually very useful, thank you.
Pleasure.
P-Flax is off the hook because he has the Dota timestamps which show that when Lewis was murdered, he was playing Dota, so he couldn't have done it. Aislinn is off the hook because the coffee camera caught her at the time of the murder. She also witnessed Barry at the time of the murder, so she says he couldn't have done it. So that's 3 people we can completely tick off your list. Booth, I don't think it's Booth, but I don't think I've got an actual alibi for her, unless I can find the person who was shitting in the toilet next to her. And oh shit! Also, P-Flax says that he was in room 3. But Susan from YouTube says she was in room 3, so one of them is lying. I feel like it's Susan. I feel like it's Susan that's lying. Why would she lie about that though?
Yeah, okay, you got me. I wasn't in room 3. I was in the storeroom with Bryce.
With Bryce?
Or, as you might know him, Butler. Bryce Butler is his full name.
Oh dear, I guess she told you everything then.
Every little detail.
Oh dear.
You weren't looking for Sharpies at all.
No.
You were whipping out your own Sharpie, weren't you?
I was.
You were! Did you hear the murder? You must have heard the murder. It was right in front of you.
Pepe hands! I've already told you. I saw the killer. I got you. I told you where the jacket is. I've got the jacket here.
You've got the jacket?
Yeah, I brought the jacket in, miss. Here it is. Look.
What on earth? Okay, we've got. It's finger looking good. Someone had been a bit of a fatty bumbaddy and had been stuffing their face at KFC. That's right. 3 bags of finger-licking good KFC. There's also a wallet. Driver's license belonged to Lewis Allen Brindley. Jobs. So wait, this is the killer's. Oh wait, there's another wallet. No, wait, this is the same wallet. I've just flipped it around.
Is there another piece of paper?
There is. I'm just opening it up, Barry. All right.
Smiley face.
Secret YouTube algorithm code. Make like be worth random number. Make dislike be worth random number. This looks like something that Susan would know about. It's a YouTube algorithm code. Was that did you print that out? Or can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Let me see. No, I can't tell you a damn thing.
No? You don't know anything about that?
Nope. And I was, no.
No.
Since we're being honest, I
Yes.
should say that she wasn't fond of Lewis at all.
Really? Why is that?
Well, he had found out about our sordid business and was actually threatening to tell her husband.
Oh.
Unless she emailed him all the secrets of the YouTube algorithm. But she instead preferred to deliver them on paper.
So it's his coat, yet he's got loads of KFC packets, a YouTube algorithm code, and a wallet with a curry house and a taxi thing in it, voucher, whatever. Okay, all right. I don't know. This isn't. It's not coming together for me just yet. I think we're going to have to ask a few more questions.
I did actually forget to tell you something before, Lydia. I thought of it in the brain.
Right. Okay.
I was wondering why the Detective Dunnett, why he was on the case, because I thought he was off duty because I heard in Twitch chat that his wife was killed somehow.
His wife was murdered.
His wife was I think she was killed in like a car accident. Crying emoji. Feels bad, man.
Oh, feels bad.
Bible
man.
thumb.
Yeah, it's a very sad story. She was killed earlier this year in a car accident.
Right.
It's just your routine distracted driving, I think. She had one of those new devices in her car, and she just went straight off the road.
Right. Was it the fault of another driver?
No, just it was ruled an accident.
It was ruled an accident. And do you believe it was an accident?
Well, miss, no, I don't.
What do you think happened?
Well, miss, it is water under the bridge now. It's all been settled, so I can't talk about it, miss.
Right.
Speaking of gossip, I bumped into Susan from YouTube in the corridor.
Oh, yeah?
And she said to me, probably just a rumour, but she said that Lewis was hiding something. And apparently everyone knows that he's really rude to his personal trainer. But, you know, she said to me, she thinks he's been cheating with her on his wife, but, like, don't tell anyone, because that's, like, top secret information.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like, cross my heart.
Over the years, Lewis has been cheating all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. Do you know who with?
He said, like, I think anyone, anyone who comes
anyone he could
by,
get his hands on.
boys and girls. He doesn't even try and hide it a lot of the time.
Right.
He just acts like it's not a big deal. Apparently, it's just something he has to do.
He just has to fuck.
Yeah.
Sex maniac, that Lewis.
What?
I don't know about that.
No?
I don't know what they get up to.
But he's cheating on his wife. What do you think they're doing?
What do you think they're doing?
I think they're fucking, the horizontal tango.
I think you should ask some other people about this. I think you got the wrong end of the stick, girlie.
If I was to show you this, what would that make you say?
Well, I knew about Lewis's trips to the KFC.
Several.
Crikey, he made me take him a bunch of times. I'm always picking up things for him.
Right.
Trying to keep it secret.
Enough of the small chit chat. You were having an affair with Lewis Jones.
I was not. How dare you?
I have it on good authority that you were.
All right, I was cheating, but I wasn't having an affair. All right.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
I was cheating with him on his diet plan. Getting together, gorging ourselves silly on waffles and cookies and cakes and brownies and pancakes and bacon sandwiches and KFC! Yes, you know what, yeah, I knew about my husband's cheating. I knew, and I confronted him about it last night, and he said it was just a phase and he'd be vegan again in the new year, but it was just too much for me.
I don't think it's any surprise to any of us here. What with the divorce and all.
The divorce?
Oh, you didn't know about the divorce?
Didn't know they were getting
What
divorced.
Old Lavs knows, does he? She was the money, after all. Do you know that?
She was the money.
She was the money!
She had the money, not him.
Aye, he was almost broke!
He was almost broke.
Paying lawsuits and copyright claims from YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Poor man.
Right, okay.
You deserve better.
I came back today to file papers for divorce, but it was only for show. It's only for show, because I just wanted to scare him, you see, back onto the vegetables. I'm no fool. We've got a prenup. I am the money, after all. So, of course, he'd get nothing if I divorced him, but, the ghastly things he'd been eating were just too much. I took him out for lunch at KFC, and you know what? I am glad I did. He loved that chicken and that special blend of 15 herbs and spices. It was our dirty little secret, and we were happy. For just a blessed few moments, we can forget all our troubles at the bottom of a bargain bucket. The truth is, I wasn't playing VR games at all. I was sitting in the ladies' toilets, crying with regret.
Wait, you were in the loo. Could you tell me about when you were having a shit?
There was a terrible racket coming from the ladies' lavvy.
Right, what kind of noises could you hear?
Sounded like two people were having a baby at the same time.
I definitely did hear a northern woman crying and straining a really lovely way, and just a male Scottish voice shouting, and I couldn't understand what he was saying, because honestly that accent
Very thick.
Yeah, not quite like any Scottish accent I've ever heard before. It's very unique.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I think he's travelled around Scotland a lot.
So. Maybe India too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, and while I was out there, someone handed me that as well, which I believe is the murder weapon.
Okay, so I've got the murder weapon, which is going to come in useful when it comes to fingerprints. So by the looks of it, I've got Pyrian Flax's print on
He
it.
must have been having a cake or something, miss.
Dr. Simone Clark's on it.
She probably loved a cake, miss.
I've got Anna Morana. She's on here. And I've got Detective Dunnett. Detective Dunnett, why is your fingerprint on here?
Well, miss, when I saw the murder had happened, I, of course, picked up the knife and I was careless, miss. I'm not really very well trained, so I sealed it in the evidence
How
bag.
could you not be well trained? You're a detective.
Well, I'm surprised it's ended up with my print on there. It's a bit weird.
But you picked it up.
I did pick it up, yeah.
Why? You didn't think, even with your years of experience, not to have your gloves on?
Afraid so, miss.
Okay, all right.
Made a mistake.
Did you know much about Lewis's private life?
Well, yeah, I'm afraid to say I do, miss, actually. All right, you see, look, I've not been entirely honest with you, miss. Mm-hmm. Since I got laid off from the police force, I've also been taking on some part-time work as a private detective, miss. I was hired to look into Lewis, follow him at lunchtimes,
Right.
and see if he was cheating.
By his wife?
Well, I wouldn't normally disclose my clients, miss, but in this case, since you've guessed it correctly, yes, my client was his wife, Anna.
So you hired the detective to keep a track of your husband to see his eating habits.
I honestly don't think a lot of the detective. I think he's a bit of an arse, actually.
I also discovered some other strange details about his past that are quite concerning, but yes, I will let you tell that if she wishes to do so.
He thinks my husband, my lovely Lewis, is the Bristol pusher. You know the Bristol pusher, don't you?
I've heard the rumours.
The notorious killer who was responsible for killing my friend 2 years ago, which led me to meeting and marrying Lewis. Can't possibly believe it, though. I've been walking along canals with him for years. He never even gave me a push as a joke. Absolute nonsense.
And what was his reasoning? He witnessed a push?
Honestly, I don't know. I think he's just het up about his wife. Very sad stuff. Lewis confided in me about it as he felt absolutely awful. Just after YogCon. Very tragic, very sad stuff.
Either way, Lewis, I think Lewis was really sad about it, because I once caught him crying about it hysterically one time. Well, I mean, at least I think he was crying. He may have been laughing, but, you know, those two emotions are pretty close, and grief affects people differently.
Right.
Yes. But anyway, very sad stuff, very sad stuff.
She was a big Yogscast fan, you see, so everyone was very upset. She'd even gone and bought one of those new Imons.
Could have happened to me, you know.
Why is
I had
that?
one of those Imons in the car. A lot of people did when they came out. Very popular. Had the iPush app installed and everything.
Right.
I
Yeah, he
heard
was
that
in.
he was suspended from the force.
Suspended because his wife died. That doesn't seem very fair.
On suspension, on leave.
He's on leave.
Yeah,
He's
but
on
I don't
leave.
I'm only 14. I don't
Right.
really know how real jobs work.
Well, that sounds like gossip spreading there, Barry.
Sorry.
You're not supposed to be working right now, are you?
No, miss, I'm supposed to be on administrative leave, but, you know, when I'm at home all day, I go stir crazy. Mm-hmm. I can't be doing nothing all day. I have to be out and about on the town, helping out people.
Okay.
So I was looking for work, and I met De'ath in a pub, and he said that there's some security consultant work going on. So yeah, I ended up picking that up
That was just a coincidence.
on the side.
Meeting Daff in the pub.
Absolutely, yeah.
I always feel like when it's a murder mystery, if it seems too obvious, then it can't be them. But maybe because Lewis made this himself, it is that obvious. You don't really have a proper alibi. No one saw you. You weren't even supposed to be there. Did Lewis know that your wife had passed away?
Oh, well, I would assume so, miss, but it's all covered in the confidentiality clause that I was supposed to sign.
You signed a clause that you can't talk about her
I
death.
did, I'm afraid so.
Right, so I can't find out any more about that.
I'm afraid not, miss.
Well, I think I know who done it. Spoken to the suspects, reviewed the evidence, I've checked out the fingerprints. There are a few ones that I can't explain. So we're thinking here, Pyrian cut a slice of cake. Anna, maybe she cut some cake as well. Fuck it, so did whoever else is on here. Dr. Simone Clark, they loved a bit of cake. Maybe it was someone's birthday. Let's just say it's someone's birthday. The fingerprint, which I am most suspicious about, is yours, Detective Dunnett. I put forth that you blamed Lewis for the death of your wife after his selling of the iPush. Well, your wife was listening to that while she careered off the road and died, and you couldn't let it go. So you infiltrated your way into the Yogscast, stalked Daff, got your way in and murdered Lewis Jobs.
And I'm proud of it!
Oh my God!
He deserved it! He was a scumbag! He was a fake. He stole all of his ideas from Barry. He was mean to everyone else. He was stingy on the coffee machine. He was a vegan and he cheated on his diet. He was pushing people in the canals for years. I saved all of you. You should be thanking me. Not arresting me. I should be your hero.
I'm sorry, but crime is crime, Detective Hugh Dunnett, and you'll be locked up for a long time for what you've done. Anyone got any rope or anything?
I feel like, no.
There you go.
Easy,
I can read this.
Ew. Okay, what's this?
This is how well she did.
right.
I just typed it up just now.
Oh, amazing.
So you correctly figured out that I was using the coffee machine, so it couldn't have been me. You discovered that I saw Barry at his desk immediately after the crime, which did not give him time to drop his jacket and throw it in the bin. You correctly figured out that Booth and Ravs had alibis for each other and were not responsible for the crime. You learned that Butler and Susan from YouTube were involved in a secret, steamy affair, so they couldn't possibly have done it. P-Flax was actually playing Dota at the time, so he couldn't have been the killer. You discovered that Dr. Simone Clark and Lewis were cheating on their diet plan and discovered that she was the phantom pooper. After eliminating 8 suspects, there were 2 that remained. Of all the people at Yogs Towers today, had motive for killing Lewis, but some were definitely stronger than others. Anna Morena knew that Lewis was cheating on her and, according to Detective Dunnett, was possibly the Bristol pusher and was responsible for the death of her best friend, but she says she doesn't believe that. Detective Dunnett had the best reason to kill Lewis and revenge for the loss of his wife, who was killed in a distracted driving accident whilst talking with her IM on. He also discovered that Lewis was potentially the Bristol pusher and was doing everyone a favour by killing him.
So, top marks.
10 out of 10.
Yay!
Woo!